Today I'm doing a Greek mountain meat dish, and it's a beautiful dish. It's very easy. It's called Arni Stamna, otherwise known as clay-baked lamb. We have this beautiful Greek lamb here. You know, everyone thinks of Greek food, they think of lamb first. And there's a good reason why, because lamb in this country is really delicious. So this is meat and potatoes, Greek mountain style. And I've got my potatoes here. We're gonna quarter them. Potatoes are going right in around the lamb. Next in here, I have a very Greek kind of onion. We call these kokaria. You can also use shallots. They're small onions. We use them a lot in, meat dishes that are really hearty. And the next thing in is the garlic. And a little bit of celery, also for flavor. So the next thing that goes in here, and it's a little bit unusual, these pickled peppers. They add a really interesting acidity to the dish. We want to make sure to season this really well. I'm using my favorite flaky Greek sea salt and a little bit of black pepper. Some fresh strained lemon juice goes in next. I can't do this without extra virgin Greek olive oil. And we want a fair amount of olive oil in here. As you can see, I'm eyeballing it. I'm not really measuring it. And then all these great herbs. I have a little bit of dried rosemary. And I like to just rub that a little bit between the palms of my hands. Ditto on the Greek dried thyme. Something a little bit unusual here, dried sage. A little bit of fresh dill, and a little bit of fresh parsley. And last but not least, chunks of Greek feta. Now, this is all gonna cook very slowly together, so the feta is gonna melt into this too. And we wanna mix this a little bit so that everything is very, very well blended. This will bake for about 3.5 to 4 hours. This is done, but we're not finished yet. I have a little surprise for you. This is the surprise. I'm gonna make the seal. I'm making a very simple dough. This is just gonna be used to go around the dish. A lot of these dishes from northern Greece evolved out of a couple of different historical reasons. A couple of hundred years ago, during the Greek Revolution, people were fighting in the mountains, and they needed to create dishes that they could cook without revealing their positions. So we find several types of meat dishes that are somehow concealed so that none of the steam escapes while the food is cooking. This is exactly the texture we want in the dough. It's firm, but it's also still pliant. And I'm gonna roll this out into a nice rope that's gonna go right around the rim of the pan. Let me just see if it's the right length. Just gonna start in one place, kind of like that. We wanna be sure that the dough is attached to both the body of the pot, the deep part of the pot, and the lid. That's basically what seals it in. I'm just gonna walk it over to the oven. It's already set at 275 Fahrenheit, and it's gonna bake for a long time, about 4 hours. even before opening this, I can smell it and it smells great. This is my kind of Greek drama. Beautiful, impressive, the kind of thing you want to serve guests and, kind of wait for the compliments. The main character is this dough right around here. So it's all crisped and baked and about to come off. A moment of truth. Wow. It looks amazing and it smells even more amazing. It's rustic, but it's also really sophisticated in its own way. One of the things I really love about this dish is what happens to the feta after like 3 or 4 hours of slow cooking. It loses moisture, so it's got a very different texture, but it's almost smoky. Okay, ready to taste the clay-baked lamb. Get a little bit of that feta that I sang the praises of. You know when they say it melts in your mouth? This really melts in your mouth. The first thing I got was the brininess of the feta cheese, but also that unique texture of it from having cooked for so long. It's a little bit almost, it's almost crunchy. It's smoky. The herbs are very subtle, but I'm getting all of them, especially the rosemary. The onions add this beautiful sweetness to it. So this dish, with its Greek drama, is definitely a performance worth repeating. I'm pairing this with a wine from another part of Greece, not from the north, made with the Agiorghitiko grape. It is produced in the area of Nemea, which is about an hour and a half south of Athens, one of the main wine-producing regions of Greece, and in fact, one of the oldest appellations in the world. It's a medium-bodied, dry red, and if you like that sort of wine, you're gonna like this too. Learn how to say it, Agiorghitiko, and I've always loved a little trick, which is Agiorghitiko. Isi Cheers.